Huh?
Let's keep it within 1 hour
All right.
because he's asking, so that means he wants to keep it.
Bonjour tout le monde, tout quoi la Dominique et aux Antilles, c'est un grand plaisir qu'on nous là avec ça. Nous disons bienvenue sur l'émission Creole Heartbeat. Pour le sens Creole, c'est là nous avons partagé beaucoup d'informations que culture la Dominique, famille, culture, tout ça. Et aujourd'hui, là, nous avons un grand invité, ça c'est le Premier ministre de la Dominique, ça c'est M. Roosevelt Skerrit. It gives us great pleasure on Creole Heartbeat to welcome the Honorable Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. We'll be kind of focusing on culture and sports today on this special Creole Heartbeat edition. And that's the way we say welcome to the Prime Minister of Dominica. Welcome to Creole Heartbeat.
Right. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Sakafet. Bonjour.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. PM, firstly, even before we actually get into the meat of our matter here, how are you? I mean, 2 decades at the helm of this nature wild. You just had a major celebration in China, but how are you feeling? How is your health? How is your focus? And also, I mean, your consciousness after 2 decades at the helm in Dominica?
My health is fine. One of the things that I feel like Job, you're challenged, but you have to keep the faith. I mean, it's been 20 years of tremendous challenges, from natural disasters to external shocks to, the geopolitics in the world, having to mobilize resources to build and to rebuild and to build and to rebuild. So when I came in 2004, in that same year we had the earthquake in the north, affected the north, several homes affected and infrastructure. You had to respond to that, and then you had several external shocks with the financial crisis, the oil crisis that was affecting the world. Then you had the wars in the Middle East, which caused impacts on our economies. That's an external shock. You had the invasion of Iraq, and you had the in Libya in 2011 thereabout, and of course you had the several disasters. In 2007 we had an impact, in 2010 an impact, in 2013 an impact, 2015 an impact, 2017 an impact, then COVID-19 came, then you have the Russia-Ukraine situation, and here again you have the Israel-Gaza Palestinian situation, and on top of that you have a lot of geopolitical activities taking place, which all have a negative impact on the way of life of our country. So, but all things considered, I think we have done well over all 20 years. And of course, as long as we are on Earth, we still have many things to do.
Absolutely.
So, but I always remain. I'm an optimist. I don't complain. I always tell my cabinet that leaders must not complain. Leaders must find solutions to problems, and we get things done. My only hope and prayer is that we in Dominica could have more of a constructive engagement. Sometimes we're a little bit too negative and unnecessarily, and we want things done, but we don't want to get done, because we have so many different opinions and views and suggestions, and they're not views and expressions in large measure which would encourage things to happen. It is more to stymie things. Okay, well, you're going to do something at the gardens and plant flowers and plant trees. People are opposed to it, but they're not suggesting which trees you should plant or which flowers you should plant. You want to build a new library, do not bring your library down. Though it has been affected by all the storms that we've had, it's over 100 years. Then where do you build a library if you don't replace the old one? So you have those issues that we're contending with. I believe that the current generation must guard itself against being part of that. We can criticize and we can suggest, but it must be to make the thing better, but not to prevent it from happening. But I think that's part of human nature and this thing. So that's my only little concern I have. Because running this country is not easy, as you know. I mean, you have to mobilize resources to do everything, and you have a small population, limited capacity to implement things.